When other trees are losing their leaves in the wintertime, pine trees stay green. It's one of the reasons that they're a symbol of winter and a symbol of Christmas, which occurs in the winter, at least in America. Many families decorate trees for Christmas, but even if your family doesn't believe in doing that, you might still decorate a tree outside with food for the birds to eat in the dead of the winter. People also make pictures of pine trees or Christmas trees for decorations. This picture is two-dimensional, it's flat. What we're going to make is a three-dimensional pine tree out of paper today. Well, today we're going to make three-dimensional pine trees, and you're going to need 4 half sheets of construction paper. Okay. Now we're going to start with one at a time, so you can take one and put the rest out of your way. Take one of them and fold it in half, what they call the horizontal way, so that it's wider and not skinnier. Okay, like that. Try to get it even. Okay. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to start on the, you're going to make sure that you keep track of the fold right here. And you're going to take, well, a pencil. I'm using a crayon so you can see my line. But you want to draw a line from this point and you want it to end up over here. Okay? You don't want it to end up down here. And what you want to do is start out, and you want to have the line start down this way and then go back a little bit, then down and back, and down and back, and then down and back. Okay? It doesn't have to be exactly like mine, but if you make only about 4 of these, then it's going to be easier to cut out. Alright? See how that line angles back and then angles out and then angles back and angles out. Alright, then hold on to your piece of paper while it's folded, and you're going to cut on your line. You're cutting 2 pieces of paper at the same time. Okay, now these are scraps. These are put to the side. What you want is the piece that's like this. Okay, now set this piece over to the side for a minute. Take another piece of paper like this and fold it in half, exactly like this. Okay, and then what you want to do is put them together like this. So it's almost like you're saddling up a horse. Okay, if it goes like this, then you've done it right. Make sure they're right into the fold here. And then take your pencil and you're going to carefully trace these 4 points that you've made. Okay? Trying to keep it the same size and same angles and same lines. Alright? Okay, now move this one out of the way and you have this one to cut out. Okay, so carefully again, try to stay on your lines and cut it out. Alright, now that gives you 2 of them. We're going to do 2 more. Scraps go over there. Take another piece, fold it straight like a book, crease it. Take one of the ones you've already cut, make sure that you put it together like this. Line up the bottoms, line up the top. See, it should fit on there like that. And then very carefully trace your line again, like this. Remove this one and very carefully cut this one out. Now I've got one more to do, and By now I'm sure you can figure out on your own what that next step is. Maybe you can tell me. Okay, we take a piece of paper and then what do? Okay, if you said we're going to fold it in half, like a book, you're right. We're folding it in half like a book. Okay. Now what do? We take one of these, right? And what do we do with it? Right, we stick it right in here. It's like we're saddling a horse. Remember how to do that? All right. And you want it to be nice and snug and you want it to be lined up. Okay. And hold it down and then what? That's right. You trace this as closely and exactly as you can. It's really important to take your time. And then the last thing you're going to do is, that's right, you're going to cut it out. Okay. Now, you're going to have 4 of these. And we're going to start with one of them. We're going to just fold it and lay it. And then we're going to take some glue. We're going to glue along the edges. Now, look where I put my glue. There's not like a lot of dots close together. It's like only 3 on each section, unless my sections are smaller. Then I have to go down the fold, and then I have to go across. See, it's on the edge, but it's not directly on the edge. Okay? Now I take one of these, and I'm going to have to lay it on there just as straight as I can and press it down. Okay? Now, can you guess what the next step is? All right, with this one folded down, now you take more glue. See how much glue I'm putting on? 1, 2, 3. Like that. Okay. Now what? That's right, we take the next one. We lay it on top. We press it down. And we have one more. And so we're going to put glue on one more time. 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, all the way down. See how I'm not making a line or a puddle and how I'm making spaces between my dots? Take this one that's folded and lay it right on top and press it into place. Okay? Now, this is going to need to sit for a while to dry before you do anything else with it. And at this point, if you haven't put your name on it yet, you might want to do that on one side. Use crayons so you can see it. I know that if people use pencils, a lot of times they can't see it. All right. Now, set this aside to dry, and then next time we're going to put some decorations on the tree. All right, after your tree is dry, you should be able to open it out like this so that it'll stand up. All right, so that it'll stand up on the table. And you're going to have all these different sides to decorate, okay? Now, probably the easiest way to decorate it is when it's down flat. And you might want to draw it on there, but it's not going to show up really well. And so what you want to do is take some scraps and cut some decorations. Now, depending on what you want to do, you can cut, like some people like to put like popcorn and like berries and hang things for birds to eat outside, and it's not really a Christmas tree, it's just a tree for the birds to eat off of. And some people like to put ornaments on their trees. Okay, I'm drawing some ornaments. I drew some circles. You could draw different shapes. The thing you want to do though is you want to have some nice shaped ornaments and not just put scraps on your tree, okay? And if we have small scraps for you to use for this, that's really the best thing to do, because then we can use that paper for something and it's not just wasted paper. Okay, now I could really put more decorations on here, and I should, and I probably will, but I need to show you that we do other sides. So all I need is a little bit of a dot of glue, and I want to distribute these over the tree. Now there's a lot of other things we could do. If we had glitter, we could put some glitter on. And with that, you just put a little dot of glue in and sprinkle some glitter. Okay, now I really should put more on, but I want to show you that what we do next is you turn the page of the tree. See, now we have another surface that's not decorated, and we need to decorate that one too. And so we can draw some other ornaments. Ouch. Okay. Okay, I have a scrap of yellow paper here, and maybe I want to try some different ornaments. Maybe I want to try some different shapes, maybe some diamonds or something like that. You can draw whatever shaped ornament you want. And just remember that you want to cut it out. Okay. Now I'm not saying that on every side you have to put different ornaments. I'm just using this as a way to just show you some different possibilities. Okay. See, with a Christmas tree, pine tree, what we're making is three-dimensional. That means that you can see it from all sides. It's not just going to be flat. And so if you want to see it from all sides, you want it to be decorated from all sides too if you're going to decorate it. Okay. Now remember, with these things, they're so small that you just really need a dot to just hold them in place. Okay, so like I said, these are still pretty bare and they need more decoration. But then you'd go to the next and you would decorate on that surface. And then you would turn it over and decorate on that surface. And you'd go to each surface, and if you found that it was bare, you would decorate it. So you got back to the one that was decorated. Okay? So this tree, like from this side, is like that. You turn it like that, it's like that. And these are bare, but they shouldn't be when I finish.